Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Chelsea's maresca has dropped 2 points at Brentford. Kelvin scored the first goal just 10 minutes before halftime. A fantastic assist from Henderson to him. He was one-on-one with Tosin. Then he scored that goal, making it 1-0 in the first half. In the second half, Palmer was introduced. Morgate is not playing anything. Palmer was introduced and Palmer got the first goal. Chelsea took the lead when Caicedo made it 2-1. But in the final minute of that game, just 94 minutes on the clock, Brentford equalized to make it 2-2. 2 points dropped by Chelsea. They are still unbeaten.
Brentford will first go tell Chelsea, Liverpool. Thank you very much.
You understand? Chelsea are still unbeaten in this league, but they have about 8 points on the table, even though they are unbeaten. But they have 1 minute for them to just close down the game, and they just lost the 3 points, and they had only one just because they could not defend a set piece in the last minute of that game.
It was a good one. I said Brentford should first of all go and thank Liverpool. The two players that gave them the lead and the equalizer or the comeback was Liverpool players. Jordan Anderson with the assist for the first goal, Fabio Carvalho for the goal, for the equalizing goal, for the comeback goal. So these two players came from the Liverpool side. Now, though Ederson has gone around the world before settling at Brentford, went to Saudi, to Ajax and that. But look at the way they played against Chelsea. I said this before, I'm going to say it. I said it before the game and I said it. How does the Chelsea team set up to play? Who is going to play where? Who is going to play where? Who is going to be at each position? And we ended up with Jamie Gittins starting
from the left
instead of any other person. But you said Jamie Gittins was the right person. Garnacho started from the bench. We ended up with the other guy on the right. Now it begs the question, like, what happened to Estabar? Was not supposed to be available in this game. What's the question mark around then? We know the conversation we had before the game was the striker position who is going to start, and you said it was going to be Joao Pedro. I said if he starts in the striker position, who plays number 10 role?
Bernardo played.
Now the thing is, we forgot, because I did not forget, but I know he could not play from the number 10 position. The Bernardo guy could not play from the number 10 position, which if you notice, Jamie Gittins, it was always choked on that left, because anytime there was a ball going to the left, Bonanote was always not in the midfield. It was there. The same thing we notice with Palmer sometimes. You see Palmer struggling to get the crosses in from the right because he drifts naturally to the right, so he can favor his stronger feet to cut in and play the shot, or perhaps cross the ball with his weaker feet. So Bonanote drifted more to the left, unlike Palmer that drifts more to the right. And so nobody was actually operating that number 10 role properly in that game yesterday. Now, Chelsea ended up getting their equalizer, all thanks to Garnacho's cross, miscue by Palmer. Then Caicedo scoring that worthy goal. Now, it became a problem where you score that goal and you lose your head again in the game. First of all, you went all high press, high line, all of that, to get the space between defenders and goalkeeper against Kelvin, who has space, had pace to burn and all of that on the counter attack, and they scored the goal. Now, you still went on to, I don't know how you're the ones that scored West Ham 5 goals from set piece. You know, can't defend set piece. So if you're good at scoring set piece, you should know a trick or two of how to defend them. That's one thing I look at in football. But Chelsea side, they didn't do yesterday. 3 set pieces and 1 goal, which means the goalkeeper was kind of bullied off the ball, and good cross in as well. But I just feel like in general, Chelsea did not put up the performance I expect them to put up.
Okay, talking about performances, Gittins is the player that everybody is like, he's sure this guy go make him for Chelsea, because again, he's showing that he has potential, he's raw, but he's not delivering. Garnacho might obviously start starting in this game, because Garnacho came in and he performed better than Gittins.
We said something about Estabar that he's going to struggle, but listen, that Gittins now they struggle.
I think he's struggling.
I don't want to.
I think that Garnacho will take over that wing.
He's young. I don't want to just be early to judge. You get, I'll give him benefit of doubt. 9 weeks. Let's see how it goes. But his first game, there was a big struggle against Crystal Palace. He didn't do. Second game against West Ham, the few minutes he played, he didn't do. The third game before the international break, he didn't do. Today now, he didn't do.
Today was a part of the worst game that he has played.
It has not did for him. It didn't do for him. It will not do for him for now. But going forward, I hope he improves himself on the pace,
because Garnacho is here now.
Because now Garnacho is like proving like I'm the next one, I'm the next big thing. We know how Garnacho go big. The guy might end up being better than Garnacho. See, let's just say he's coming into a new side, a new team, a new culture, a new league. Garnacho has been in the league for more than 3 years now. For more than 3. From the academy, he was introduced 2 years. Let's say he played 2 full seasons for Man United. Now he knows what the league is about. He knows the energy the league entails. But sometimes his attitude problem is just the issue I have with Garnacho. Attitude problem. Now, for Gittins. Gittins does not. We've not heard any rumors of attitude problem, but he's willing to learn. So with Gittins growing into the league, he will definitely put Garnacho for bench.
Palmer is still the star boy for Chelsea. They have missed him for a couple of games now. England actually missed him in the international break.
Where they missed him for England? If he missed Messi, they score 5.
Okay, he was introduced in this game in the second half, and he scored the equalizer and almost got the winning goal even at the 9 minutes of that game, but he skied that ball. Palmer is obviously the star boy for this team. They always need Palmer.
For me, I don't think he is.
Who is the star boy for the team?
I don't think he is. The star boy plenty. Did you see the control in midfield from Enzo and Moses Caicedo?
But he's the guy that gets all the goals for Chelsea somehow.
Definitely, you get all the goals. Does not mean other people. I told you about, I think 5-6 seasons ago, where Gundogan was creating all the chances. He wasn't getting his credit. Who was getting the credit? KDB with the assist. Every day is KDB with the assist. Who created the chance? Gundogan. Who made the tackle? Gundogan. Who delivered the pass forward? Gundogan. He was in the process of getting the ball back from defense, from attack to defense, from defense to attack, and he progressed the ball forward, created the chance, gets the assist to KDB, and we're all giving KDB praises. So Starboy is always based on who the media wants to see, but there are other people putting in the work. So for me, in that Chelsea side, Caicedo, look at his performance. Look at the way he played. He played like the player you would want to put in your fantasy team league, in your fantasy team. If you're building a team, you have to build a Caicedo. Maybe I'll say Baleba, but in recent games, since the rumor of Man United and Baleba have not been on form. So Caicedo is just that player you want to put in your team. Anytime, any day, you need a midfielder that will destroy, control, and attack for you. You need him there.
Okay.
You need also an offense. So
yeah,
there are star players in the side.
Okay, according to Nonso, I think that for me, Caicedo is a mainstay in that team. Caicedo is one that actually do most of the work. Control. Okay, Enzo control more, but Caicedo tackles and move the ball forward. But Palmer is still needed. I think 3 of them works together. Destroyer, controller, and an attacking Palmer that can score goals. So 3 of them,
a controller,
3 of them for Chelsea needs to start playing. But Palmer is back, so they are going to play Bayern Munich in the next game of Champions League. See how going to set up. But in this particular game, it was a fantastic game for Brentford because they got 1 point, but not too fantastic for Chelsea, considering the last-minute goal in that game. They are still unbeaten, but if Liverpool wins today, Liverpool will go first. They are still unbeaten. Arsenal is going to be second because Arsenal is still has 9 points because Arsenal won 3 games and lost 1. Chelsea will finish with 8 points in this match day 4. But interestingly, after the game, Maresca said something. He dropped Gui, brought in Gui back to Sunderland, but he didn't make match day score. He said it's a tactical problem. If you are going to be doing tactical problem with this, we will allow him to play at Sunderland. But he said that he dropped him for tactical reasons that in the next game that he might feature. And they had only 1 striker in that team. Introduce this boy and probably give him. What he said actually is that he preferred Tyree George. He felt that Tyree George would be better. Because he liked George in that team.
If you look at that, was why he needed Jackson out of the team. You need fluidity. Somebody who can make those changes, those dashing runs in between defense line, who can run to the left when there's no space, who can run to the right. So you need fluidity in your team. You don't need a stagnant, I can play from the left, I can play from the right, so that's all I'll do. Just play from the middle. At some point, there are some times where the game is not really going according to plan. I need somebody to think outside the box, make a certain run.
So George is that guy.
Just that person, because Gui is just that person like Haaland. He camps, and unlike I will not liken him to Jackson, but Jackson drops deep into midfield, so Jackson can only operate from that middle or from the left. George can operate from both sides.
Yeah,
George can make the cross. And look at, I think there was a take on the 2 he did yesterday that made the cross in, and though nobody was there to connect to it, but I just feel like he needs that kind of fluid. Maresca needs fluidity in his team. Well, he's not getting that from.
I think he has a lot in that team now. Garnacho, Gittins, Neto, Palmer, Bonanote, a lot of strikers. But that striker, they have only 1, and it was surprising that the boy did not make did not make that score. But let's see. He's saying that in the next couple of games that there's a long season that he's going to make the score. But let's see. But in this particular game, Maresca dropped 2 points because it was on the table for them to take, but they lost that 2 points. Now they have 8 points, but let's see how they are going to finish. Chelsea and Chelsea fans and Chelsea boss is expecting Maresca and he's about to challenge for the league. They bought a whole lot of players, even though they scored a whole lot of players. But let's see if Chelsea is going to do it. But in this particular game, Brentford 2, Chelsea 2.